Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 10 o'clock news continues on KAJ, Montana's news leader.
A package of correctional reform bills passed in the 2017 legislature aims to reduce the amount of people in prison in Montana. In part 2 of a 4-part series examining these changes, MTN's Mackenzie Frost explores how a new professional board of pardons and parole is supposed to work toward this goal.
The new full-time professional parole board is comprised of individuals who have extensive knowledge in corrections and law enforcement. Governor Steve Bullock has appointed the 5 new members, including Chairman Scott Cruz, a former FBI agent, and Annette Carter, who worked for the Corrections Department on reentry programs for inmates. The old board, comprised of part-time volunteer members, made decisions based on recommendations from its own staff. Those recommendations often differed from those made by prison staffers who had closely worked with inmates on parole plans, allowing for inconsistencies in decisions.
When we don't use those same factors, it can be inconsistent and we might make mistakes.
An idea Montana State Prison's new warden, Michael Fletcher, is looking forward to as well.
Before, they haven't been actively involved 365 days a year, and now they're giving us feedback on what we can do better, and there's a lot more of a collaborative effort between the two entities.
The idea is to create a clear path for low-risk inmates to gain parole if they meet certain requirements and have a plan to help them succeed outside of prison walls. Part of that plan is a risk and needs assessment for every criminal offender, also required by the new laws.
Now, using that risk assessment, we're going to be talking the same language. They're going to be looking at the programming that we're going to want people to have.
As part of its overall plan, state correction leaders are modifying data systems to track the success of offenders leaving prison or on supervision outside of prison. The parole board is just starting to discuss how it will measure the success.
But until we can really say that that's an accurate portrayal of how things are working out, we have to get all of these changes implemented and working together in concert before we'll really see how effective it's being.
As these changes are implemented, Board Chairman Cruz says he hopes one thing is known to each inmate, family member, and the public.
Everyone who comes before this parole board should expect to be treated the same way, fairly and consistently.
Of course, it's too early to know the effects of this change, but one thing is clear. The Parole Board and the Corrections Department say they want to be on the same page of finding a more consistent path for inmates to re-enter the community. In Deer Lodge, Mackenzie Frost, MTN News.
Tomorrow we'll look at how these reforms are perceived by the people they affect the most directly, criminal offenders. And Health Watch is next on KAJ 18. A new study says doctors are overworked in Montana. A physician in Kalispell weighs in. That's coming up on your 10 o'clock news.